It's a cultural war. You can put communism and socialism and all of that in it. That's a little too far advanced for most people. But young women are being introduced to radical feminism first, which doesn't make sense. It's about tearing down the structure and the fabric of society at the expense of what? A couple of jobs in corporate? And then we lose families, we lose children. We're just in a time period of where they're trying to push that in, which is just going to be a bunch of mistakes. We're never going to adjust. The only way we adjust to this is if we weaken the men completely. The only way this works is if society's men pretty much bows down to their knee. Now, it sounds like most women will say, the hell with the men, weaken them. The problem with that is when the barbarian hits the gate, another thing that I came up with.
Another one of your terms?
When the barbarian hits the gate and somebody starts coming in to conquer because the men are tippy-toe, tight pants wearing, pee sitting down, tampon, single mother raised men, well, then there's no one to defend you. And when you have no defense system, then you're conquered.
Look at what happened in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I mean, that was essentially what happened. They had what they thought was a progressive society.
Yep.
And you had a lot of tippy-toe men. They were inviting the rainbow culture over there. There were some men, which was, I mean, Afghanistan, rainbow. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Okay. And so now what happened was there was no defense system. So when these people came from the hills, it only took them 72 hours
Yep.
to get it right back under control. So I'm not saying that men in our society need to take that step. But what I'm telling you is I want you fully aware of what's going on now. Weaken the men. Give them temporary success, but it won't last more than 15 years. With women leading, it won't last more than 15 years. And I'm going to make this one more other point.
What I've realized is that, for every, woman that gets to enjoy, the benefits of feminism, and I'm going to say modern day feminism. We're not talking of where the progressive, basically the radical feminism where women run around and say a bunch of, terrible things about men with zero consequence, the whole, we don't even know what misandry means, but we're going to use misogyny for anything. A lot of the modern day women, for all these women that have this ability to speak recklessly about men the way they do, what they don't understand is that they're able to speak recklessly like that because they have men protecting those same rights that they think are just privilege. But what they don't realize is that they don't. A lot of women are not aware of the carnage that men can actually produce and wreak upon them. And we've lived in such a comfortable society for so long that people forget what men are actually capable of.
Well, we're in a comfortable time. Well, right now we are. I mean, we're probably the least stable we've been in the last 40 years. But we have comfort. You guys got jewelry and trinkets, and you got houses and cars and hair weave, and you got all your stuff and Snuffleupagus eyelashes. I came up with that too. You guys have all of these things, and they're nice. It's fantastic. But what people don't understand is, I was trying to talk about this. Men understand that there's a hierarchy and there's an owner. There's somebody we report to.
Yeah.
We report to someone. Women don't want to report to anyone. And they're under the illusion that they're free and that they have free choice, but they don't. Their owners went from husbands and fathers to
Bosses.
the government and corporation bosses and public school institutions. So those are their owners now. And men know that they have no favor because they have to report to the owners just to deal with a woman. If I marry her, I got to go to the owner, her state, and says, can I marry this broad, this 304? And the state says, yes, you can marry this 304. And she'll hold a gun point to your head, hold a gun to your head. And when she's ready, when she's ready to divorce, grape you, the kingdom come, then you're done. Now, they think they're free. You can go to a man, whoever impregnated you, whoever married you the first time, then you can actually get the crumbs from him. And then they think they're making it. And so these girls be walking around here. I'm independent. I'm strong. You out of your mind. Men aren't even barely independent and strong. And so you definitely aren't. You're under the illusion of strength.
Your coach.
And this is what you hear from the females that are on your show. They talk in sound bites that are programmed into them. We do this too as men, but we're fighting this. This is why we call it the matrix, red pill, blue pill. We try to get out of the programming.
Yeah.
But most people, they're clouded like this. You can't even see. They're like, by the time I hit 32, I'll think about having a couple kids. I'll focus on my career. I'll go get a job.
Fucking
I'll do
facts.
this. And guess what happens? They inevitably, by 29, 30, they're behind schedule. They done went out there and rode the carousel. They done got their back blown out. They done got their insides pushed to their esophagus. And then guess what happened? Now they're behind schedule, so they push it a little further. Well, I'm still young. Oh, I'll wait till I'm 36. All right, and then they eggs dry up like the Sahara Desert, and then they start asking the doctor why he's a misogynist. All right, and then
misogyny.
This is misogyny. What happened? Well, the Lord and Mother Nature. The Mother Nature gives, Father Time takes away, and that's what happened to your ass.
I use that quote all the time, man. Yeah. That's so true, bro. That is 1,000%.
But they want to hate. They hate us for that.
Yeah,
I'm like, don't hate me for that. This is how biology has worked forever. Between 15 and I'm not talking about knocking up 15-year-olds, but between 15 and 25, that's your best window to have kids. The healthiest kids that you can have. Your best window. Once you take it outside, it's just biology. Now, if you could do all the egg freezing and the egg donating and the in vitro and fertilization, you can pay thousands of dollars. But you monkey simps out there, I think I came up with that one too. Yeah. You monkey simps out there, you're gonna marry some woman. Let me talk to you right there. Is that the camera right there? Yeah, you monkey simps are gonna marry a feminist, which will be the worst mistake of your life, because she's gonna bait and switch you like crazy. She's gonna take your kids, she's gonna praying mantis you. You're gonna spend $60,000 on in vitro fertilization, in which you get the pleasure of jacking off into a petri dish to some prawn while they inject your feminist wife with some babies at age 42, and then you just hope and pray that one takes, and then you do it again and again, $80,000, $100,000 down, and guess what? You finally get her pregnant, and you're having triplets at 45.
Bro, that's scary, bro.
Sounds like a good plan, huh? Hey, that's why I tell them, go to the junior college, man. Leave them old, dusty women alone, man. They done had their time. Their time ran out.
Yo.
It's over for them.
Yo. It's facts, though. It's facts.
Coach is on fucking fire right now, man. Now y'all know why you're on the show. Go subscribe to this goddamn channel. Don't do what I did, guys.
Yeah.
Pause,
protect your meat. Yeah. It's money, energy, attention, and time. Money, energy, attention, time. That is your meat. That's the most important thing.
I'm gonna take
for
that,
women.
coach.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you.
No, you gotta shop me out.
CJ,
yeah. Because look, if you give up your money easily, she's gonna use you until you run out of money. Your energy is everything. Women don't give men energy; they deplete it. So we are the source of energy for them. Attention is what they thrive on. That is her currency, and time is everything for you. If you give your time away just to spend time knocking the boots, as we used to say back in the day, well, if you do that over and over again, you don't have time for the other things. So look, man, I'm not telling guys. People come in here, you telling us that now have sex. What about the peace leave? I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you, do not be reckless. Number one, don't listen to women's sob stories. They all got one. All right. They're kings and queens of manipulation because we're weak to their manipulation. And this is how women have survived. If they didn't know how to manipulate, they would have got eaten up by the woolly mammoth and the saber-toothed tiger a long time ago. Yeah. But they learned how to do it. They're social creatures. And I'm not saying women are bad. All right. But you got to know the end game. And the end game in our feminist society is take your seed and then you're left out in the cold. Protect your meat.
Man. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So, man, so much wisdom dropped there, guys. I mean, like I told y'all before, this is a cool uncle that you never had. You know
in this country, man, for real. And the reality is, if you don't know what's going on underneath, for Generation Z, look, baby boomers, you're done. Nobody's promoting anything to you. They just read your newspaper and go to sleep. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, so baby boomers, they don't market to you. Don't complain. Just wait till you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Generation X, which I'm a Generation Xer. Generation X, we're here basically to hold the last of it up. But we don't have any power. Yeah. The power lies with the millennials and Gen Z. These are going to be the primary educated and educators and workers. Now, millennials already started off wrong. It's a wrap. And then Gen Z, for the women's side of Gen Z, I don't know if you know, they use seeking arrangement like a dating app. All right.
Bam.
They use seeking arrangement like a dating app. So what they're doing is
Coach, what is SA?
SA?
Sugar site, right?
It's a sugar daddy site.
Thank you. Okay.
And they use it as a dating app. So if you want to,
we've been telling y'all since last year that shit.
We told y'all niggas
say we pay for box.
We told y'all niggas, man,
since last year.
It's not. And in essence, there is that dynamic there. But what you have to understand is they're selling peace leave.
Facts.
Okay. And in one way or another.
Way more common than people think.
It's
bro.
way more common than you think. So you think, I know, until you go in there and see. You just don't know. And this is the future.
Yep.
These are your future wives. Some of these girls have boyfriends.
Yep.
They got young boys and boyfriends.
Husbands too.
And husbands. But I mean, so I'm looking at it, and that's like 10, 20%. The majority of women will look at the majority of men as useless. And the dynamic is they're going to only use you for what you're good enough at. And then they can dispose of you. They really don't, guys, I know, ladies, women don't love you. Guys, I'm just let you know. Women don't love you. They are incapable of love. This is how it works. They receive love. We give love. They don't return it back. They do us favors. They lie on their back like a Carl's Jr. star. I made that up too. They lie on their back in marital missionary and do some pity and duty sex. They let you push and shove for 5 or 10 minutes. Okay. And then guess what? They're off back shopping. They off back trying to sell some peace league. They off back trying to have it all. They off back at their career. They off back with their owner. You're just there. You're just there to just fill a little bit of time in the void. All right. And then before she goes to sleep, she's there talking to your ass and cuddling. All right. Pillow talking. And then she's on to the next dude years later. The marketplace is going to be effed up.
On the
5-year prediction.
Bam.
Wait, coach, how dare you?
Bam. That's straight facts, though.
No. That's 1,000%, man. I mean, like, here's what I'll say. If a woman is very attractive, guys, and she's in a major city, you best fucking believe, bro. Whether she's on a sugar site or not, someone is sponsoring her.
Somebody.
Like, I don't think guys understand.
They don't know.
Like,
Yeah,
what
they don't know.
attractive women, what a day in the life of an attractive girl is like.
Bro,
y'all don't, like,
they got offers, bro. Dude,
Offers.
they got job listings from May to December. Listen to me, girl. Real talk, right? You're right. They got a boyfriend, sugar daddy. I got to get some
Susie.
dick on a late night.
Yep.
Sneaky links.
Sneaky link.
Like, bro, you're just another number. So how are you going to put her on a pedestal when you're just like the next guy in line?
It's going to get to a point where
gonna be messy.
women are going to have men in compartmentalized roles to fill certain voids in their life because they're not going to be able to keep a guy around. So they're going to have to fill it out with different kinds of guys. You got the simp, you got the guy that's going to pay the bills, you got the sugar daddy, you got the guy that's going to deer
And they
down.
hate weak men. I'm gonna just let y'all know they're not gonna like you. So they might like temporarily, but they're gonna hate you and despise you because you're weak.